Well, that was fast. We're not even 2 months into 2026 and we're already seeing mass layoffs in the journalism industry. The Washington Post, under the leadership of billionaire Jeff Bezos, just announced it's cutting about 1/3 of its reporting staff, and word on the street is CBS News, under Barry Weiss, is about to have its own purge in the next few weeks. As newsrooms continue their multi-decade shrinkage and more journalists are put out of work, I've been trying to wrap my mind around what's happening to the journalism industry right now, and there are a few numbers that I think are illustrative. I'm William Padmore, this is Media Watch, and today I want to share a few of those numbers with you and tell you what I think they mean for the future of the journalism industry. Now, I will end the video with a number I think is most significant, so make sure to stick around to the end. Let's jump in. The first number I want to start with is 3,400. That's how many journalism jobs have been cut across the United States and the United Kingdom across 2025 alone, according to the International Journalist Association. This number pretty much sets the stage for where we're at right now. No publication has been spared, big or small. The industry is shrinking, and this shows the scale. The second number I want to discuss is 28. That's the percentage of Americans who have a great deal of trust in mass media, specifically news media like television, newspapers, and radio. Now see, this graph is from Gallup, and you see that green line? That tracks the people who have the most amount of trust in journalism. Now, when they started this polling question in the 1970s, trust ranged in the 60 to 70% range. As you follow that graph, you can see how it has cratered pretty precipitously since then. Bottom line, these numbers are going in the wrong direction, and I see no clear evidence that it's turning around anytime soon. Maybe it's been the nationalization of local news. Maybe it's been a failure to adapt to new technologies and ways of communicating, and maybe it's been the constant appeal to partisanship over the past couple of decades that's responsible for this cratering trust. It's probably a combination of all of those and then some, but bottom line, people don't trust journalism in 2026. 54. That's significant because it represents the first time social media has beaten out TV as a primary source for news among Americans. Now, this is all according to Oxford's Reuters Institute for the Study of Journalism's 2025 report. Behold the graph. If you needed any more evidence of traditional media's waning influence, here you go. Okay, I have one more number I want to share before we get to the big one, and that number is 1/3. While we may not know if influencers qualify as journalists, we do know a whole heck of a lot of journalists want to be influencers. According to a 2025 report by Muckrack, around 1/3 of all working professional journalists operate outside of a traditional newsroom. This has a name, the creator journalist. Now, this is very significant to me because it represents a recognition among journalists for the need to evolve, often much faster than big legacy institutions are capable of. I'm talking Substack, I'm talking YouTube, I'm talking TikTok, Instagram Reels, and all the other ones. This is where the new wave of journalism is happening. Now, all of these numbers have been great in figuring out where journalism is right now, but there's one big one granddaddy of them all that I think lords above the rest, and that is -4. Okay, for some context. Every couple of years, the Bureau of Labor Statistics releases reports on careers and professions to sort of give you an idea of where they're headed. Stats can include the level of education needed to break into the field and the median pay for the industry. It's a very useful tool if you're thinking about entering an industry, if you're young, or pivoting if you're already in your career path and are looking for something different. Now, the stat I want to focus on right now is Job Outlook, which assigns how much the BLS thinks the career path will grow or shrink over a period of 10 years. Now, keep in mind, the average for a stable, healthy career is plus 3%, so a career is considered average if it grows by 3% over 10 years. Do you want to take a guess where journalism is? That's right. -4% by 2034. That represents a contraction of almost 2,000 jobs. And according to the report, those jobs that do open up will be directly a result of people either retiring out of the business or pivoting out of it to do something else. The report does go into detail about why this might be, much of the reasoning I already touched on earlier in the video. But please do give it a look if journalism is something you are interested in. So the next time you see another mass layoff announcement from the Washington Post, NBC News, AP, or a local daily, just keep that -4% in mind. But I'm an optimistic guy, so I will leave you with this important caveat. While the BLS numbers do track traditional newsroom gigs, it does not count the creator sphere I mentioned earlier. So it does not count the many, many independent journalists now making a living off of things like YouTube, TikTok, or Substack, a number that seems to grow every single day. I'm William Padmore, this is Media Watch, and please, if you learned anything out of this video, remember to like and subscribe and share. Thanks a lot, and I will see you on the next one.